everybody. My name is Ronnie,
And I'm Elijah.
and we're back with another AV Indie Collective live session. We have the privilege of having over Red Divine, an amazing band from the AV, and they're going to play a couple songs and answer a couple questions for us. So I'll let them take it away first. Hey. We're gonna take a little break off of the music to answer some questions. Okay. We're right here with the wonderful men of Red Divine. They just finished playing. We beat the rain by like 2 seconds, man. It was fucking pouring out there, dude. But like every time we make it happen. Well, yeah. So I guess my first question would probably be well, obviously, who are you guys? You know, where you guys from, and how'd you guys meet?
Well, we are Red Divine.
Nice.
My name is Mario Flores. I am the drummer.
My name is Sordo. I'm the guitarist.
Marco, bass player.
Fredo, vocals.
Name is Chiss, aka Chiss. Still Chiss. Guitar player.
This is kind of a random question, but how old are you guys? I was been wondering that all day. I'm like looking at you guys. I'm like,
Well, I mean, it's kind of the row right here is how the age range is. So
Yeah.
That's
Youngest to
what it is.
oldest.
Exactly what it is. Basically.
Yeah, I'm an old fucking fart. I'm 33 years old. Just turned 33 in March. It is what it is. Time's the greatest enemy.
So with the like I guess you could say more of a spread out age dynamic. How'd you guys all get to know each other like that? Like, you know, usually if it's someone that it's like an older person and I guess you could say predominantly older bound, you kind of would have like people in the same age range as you, but you know, some people would probably make do, I'm guessing. So
Yeah, I think especially in the AV, you can't really be too picky because there's a lack of drummers, a lack of bassists. There's guitar players everywhere, which is good. You know, it's good to have those people in general in the community. So you really can't be too picky. But also I think it's good. It's good to have both young and older, or seasoned, I would say, in a group so that you can have different opinions, different values, and also different ideas. Because, you know, just being in different ages, you come from different backgrounds. Some bands I listen to, these guys never heard of. And bands they listen to I've never heard of, and it's good because we bring different things to the table,
keeps it fresh.
different flavors. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think that's very important, especially. I mean, don't get me wrong; it's always good to be within your same age group, but it can become very stagnant because everyone's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have these different age groups, and also it helps too, just in writing and also social media presence, and also just vibes in general. You know, I see these guys like brothers. And I have younger brothers, I have older brothers. So it's nice that we have that kind of camaraderie with the age group as well, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I just turned 30 a couple days ago, the 16th. So
Happy birthday, brother.
thank you, bro. Appreciate it. So yeah, it's yeah, like you said, when I think why I say we shouldn't be picky in the AV as well, because you never know who. There's a lot of young kids out there or seasoned, you know, like right now, like Sordo, he's pretty seasoned for. I mean, both of the guys.
Fucking Mario.
Everyone in
dude.
here is
Yeah.
pretty seasoned for what their age range, you know.
Hell yeah.
I would say I'm like the least seasoned on certain things in this genre, but at the end of the day, we're all learning, and it's just how you catch up, and
You're never too late, bro.
never too late. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So we've been at it for this stuff for a while now. So yeah.
What was the question again?
How old are you? And how is it being older or younger in a band like that's like, you know, predominantly like made by people who are a little bit on the older side, you know, or even just being in the scene as an older person?
Right. So I'm 24 years old. Literally like the middle child. Right?
You know,
Or
some
like
people
the
would call you
middle-
Unc, bro. Some people, I'm only 22 and people
yo.
call me Unc, bro.
Makes me grandpa or something. It's weird because I feel like we're all relatively the same age, even though like we're not,
Yeah,
but we get along like, you know,
like homies.
like homies.
Yeah, that's great. That's what you want out of a band. You know, you don't want it to be like, oh, this guy's my older brother and he's looking at down me, you know, like, and he's like trying to tell me what to do. You know, so you want everybody to work around the same pace and same vibes. You know, and that's I mean, I can feel that when you guys are playing, and even just being around you guys when you guys are hanging out. It's pretty natural. You know, it's not like there's any like weird tension or anything like that. It's pretty fun. Sort of.
So who's the Justin Timberlake of the band?
Fredo, yeah, dude. Look, he be.
He's smiling.
Yeah, look, he's beautiful, dude. Yeah, he's gonna end up in his own boy band and all that stuff, dude.
Not yet.
Not yet, dude. Not yet.
We'll see. Well, I'm Sordo. I'm 19. Yeah. I'm
Allegedly.
secretly 14. No one knows that. But I like I like being with not older people. A little more older people. Slightly. No, I don't know how to say it in a good way, but it's good. There's maturity. That's what I like a lot. A lot of people, the younger age groups are sometimes, a lot of alcohol, a lot of substances. You can't really take anything really too serious at such a young age, and I like the maturity that comes in with being, multiple age groups, which I like a lot. So I appreciate these guys a lot.
Oh yeah.
I love you.
Hello.
What's up, man?
I am 19 years old as well, actually.
You're not that far down.
Yeah. When's your birthday? October 18th. October? Mine's November. So we're like
Oh, sweet, dude.
We're
What day?
really
What day are you born on
close.
November?
28.
Oh, sweet, dude. I'm 24, dude.
Dude, that's
Hell
crazy.
yeah,
4
bro.
days. All right, well. For real?
That's how you guys get along, dude.
But yeah, same thing kind of like what Sordo said. I feel the same way. I really appreciate being in a band with older people than me, I guess, relatively.
Not so much.
Because
eh?
they bring a lot of maturity and they bring a lot of ideas. I think that their ideas come with like a lot of experience.
Oh yeah.
So not only do they come with ideas and events and things for us to do, but backup plans and how to do it. Because
Countermeasures, bro.
yeah, because I could just say like, oh yeah, let's do this, and like that's a really cool idea, but how do you do it? What do you do first?
Hell yeah,
So,
man.
I really appreciate being in a band with.
Yeah, being around you guys in the in the studio or even just filming for you guys before, I notice that you guys have your shit together. And that's the being a band, you need to have your shit together. Because if you're just running around and just like going off the next day what might happen, like I mean, you might make it far, but it's just going to be a lot harder.
Yes.
Yeah, but when you have your set game plan, things will fall into place a lot easier, especially if you have money, and experience with money, how to keep it good and not fucking throw it away on dumb shit, like I think that's one respectable thing about you guys is that you guys are responsible, and it's good to be responsible when you're in a fucking band, dude, because I know some dumbass dudes.
Yeah, so a follow-up question to how old you guys are. How did all of you guys meet? Because there's such a wide age range. There's some unkies, there's some less unkies. So yeah, how did all you guys meet?
Well, I can say how we both met. Basically, start off knowing his brother, his middle brother, and basically me and him were best friends. That's my brother. I see him as a brother, and he came over from Arizona. We started making music, and then that's basically how we started off. And after that, I think the next one down. Oh, do you want to start? The next one's sort of.
So, in the AV, we didn't know in Arizona, it's really big to use Craigslist to find band members. That's pretty wild.
That's
pretty wild.
Murderer type.
Yeah. But in Arizona, though, you got to remember Arizona was open carry. Arizona's pretty Republican, so everyone's a little gnarly. So there's not really it's still scary, but you don't know who's strapped when you meet somebody in Arizona. So Craigslist is kind of an option. So when him and I started the band together, we put out ads on Craigslist, band mix and whatnot. And what's funny is we actually met Sordo at 2 a.m. on Craigslist.
That's crazy. That's
Hella
some
sus.
get murdered
By email.
That's insane.
Yeah, pretty wild. And he was like, bro, your music's so beautiful. I'm like, I've never been called beautiful before. I'm like, this is so awkward, low key. But I mean, and thankful we did, because if we didn't use Craigslist, we never would have found Sordo. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's fucking wild, because normally you pick up other types of people on there. I'm not gonna show you what kind of people, but you know what I mean. And we lucked out, and as far as Marco and Mario, we actually played with them at a show for Halloween, and that's where we first got introduced to them. And then that's pretty much the rest is history. We
So I want to hear a little bit of Sordo's perspective on meeting you guys on Craigslist. That's a very interesting story. I mean, I've already heard this story myself, but like, I just want them to know, and I want to hear both perspectives, because like, that's such a foreign thing out here, especially in the AV, because generally, if you want to find somebody, you just make homies with them, and you just like kind of eventually go from there. But like, Craigslist is crazy.
Yeah, no, it's for sure something I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. I thought they were fake when I first saw them. I was like, Deftones. But I mean, it was at a point. Now I'm at a low point, but I'm not from here at all. I'm from the South Bay. It's like Long Beach area, so my scene used to be over there. So when I came over here, I didn't know no one, no music at all. So I was at a point where I was gonna give up. And I saw a reel, and it was like, check Craigslist, like see what you can find, band members. I went on there, bro. I saw a whole bunch of cover bands, and I saw one beautiful band, and I checked it out and fell in love.
Hell yeah!
Fell in love with this guy's voice right here, this guy's chugs and everything. So it was something special. I'm happy I landed on there. I feel like I got really lucky, finding someone on Craigslist, which is really cool and awesome. So
yeah, I fuck with that, man. It's a very chance story.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
We love stuff like that, man, because that makes it unique,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Now I want to hear about Marco and Mario, because you two are like a wonder duo, essentially. You see them all over the place. They're doing some cool shit. They're fucking recording for Rancid Rave and all these people. You guys got some accolades behind you. So I want to like hear what you guys have to say about that.
So at that Halloween show that you mentioned earlier, I remember hearing them play. I had no idea who they were. I had a basic idea because I was friends with one of the past members. I loved it immediately. I was like, dude, I was vibing, I was headbanging,
awesome.
and I was like, dude, this is sick. So when recently they approached me, or Kane approached me, asking to see if I was interested in possibly participating or being in the band, it was huge.
Hell yeah.
It was huge. It did not surprise me that Mario came.
Hey man,
Shortly after.
you guys are a fucking dynamic duo, bro. Yeah. In case you guys don't know too, I was also gonna be in the band as well, but I'm a busy boy. I'm a busy boy, man. I'm sorry. I felt so bad too, but I feel like I even told him at a Guitar Center when I saw him, I was like, oh dude, like you're such a better fit, bro. Oh, like I would rather you go in there and take my place, dude. You're fucking awesome. You guys are really talented.
I feel like at this point you've like been like offered to be in like every band in the AV, like literally every genre from St. Clair, the Red Divine to freaking whatever, bro.
That shit's awesome though, and I'm glad you guys are doing this shit. You're making it more of a, because they're already pretty locked in before you guys came in, but now you guys are even more locked in, and you guys have the technological experience and the actual like musician experience, which is a great thing, Well, Mr. Mario, would you like to say something about that too?
Sure.
Because I know you like to get around as well, brother.
Get around.
Not like that. Not like that, okay?
Well,
I'm new, bro.
from the Halloween party, I don't really remember their music too much. I have a bad memory. The only thing I do remember, like, in my head, was their, I don't know, musicianship, I guess you could say. Like, you look at them and you can tell it's different. It's different from the rest of the bands that you see out here. And then after that, like, a couple of months passed, and I hear Marco got poached by who he was talking about, the past band member, and I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think, ooh, maybe I can get my way in. I didn't. No, I didn't. But
Ghost.
yeah, and but I got excited. But before that, Marco came home and he got really excited after the first night. because he saw.
Exposing him, bro.
No jitterbugs. Got the jitterbugs.
Hey,
He did not say all that.
he just said how professional they were and like how serious they were, and I just like got me excited that he was part of that. Like someone of our family is part of that. We both come from a family of musicians, so yeah,
That is awesome.
And,
I envy that.
yeah, that's helpful. My dad,
That's a superpower for real.
yeah, my dad's a bassist, so he never taught us, but he was always there for us, like for everything.
Yeah, and that's probably some people don't appreciate that as much. Even just putting someone in like a piano class or something like that
For
is
sure.
enough to have somebody just spark some shit like that. And you guys, you can tell that you're fucking both super into what you're doing, which is like the best shit ever. It's what you want to see out of a musician. Yeah, but seeing you guys the first time, it's pretty funny. You guys approached me talking about, oh, are you in emo theater? I was like, no, man, I'm just wearing their sweater. I'm about to see my brother play. Yeah, yeah, and you guys ended up being really fucking good that night when I saw you guys. It was, I was like, it was your first show. Yeah, I really enjoyed you guys, man. Yeah.
That show was our first show, and it was pretty crazy for our first show.
It
We're
was
so
a-
grateful. I think it was.
Shout out Moldy Ass Pickles,
Yeah,
yo.
shout
I
out.
shouted you out the last one. I'm
Yeah,
gonna shout
shout
you
out.
out again, brother.
I don't know how we got on that bill, but but yeah, it was our first time coming around, and then it was wild. That was a wild show, and then we saw emo theater.
Boxing and everything mid set. Incolore, shout out Incolore was
Everyone
there
was
too. Hell yeah, that
I'm
was
like,
a good
what
day.
did we? It was a crazy show. To this day, I think it's one of our craziest shows. But yeah, we came a long way. Some of the songs got redone, and we just changed the vibe after that, because we got better. We got better. We learned more as you progress, and we typically waited to essentially like peak out because we're not really like in the scene that much, but because we needed a team. We needed everyone to develop, and especially me for sure. And have someone to push with, because at the end of the day, you need a good solid team if you really want to like push really hard.
Yeah.
That's pretty real, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm nothing much else really to add to that, but yeah, basically what Fredo said, but we didn't really want to show our faces till we were ready to show them, No need to embarrass ourselves if we're not ready yet, I think that's what's part of being prepared and whatnot.
Oh, and how long did really that preparation process take for you guys? Like was it months or like was it years in the making? Like,
I mean, probably. Red Divine was formed during COVID. It was just me and Fredo. Basically, it was a late night drunk charades of karaoke, and I said, "Fuck it, let's make a band, bro. You and I. It's COVID. COVID's here. It's not going nowhere.
hell yeah.
Just you and I will go on. We'll stream, do what we got to do. But then COVID got lifted in 22, 21 or whatever, and that's when it really started becoming a reality. Like, hey, dude, we can actually do this. We have the drive, and let's try at least one time in our life. Together, him and I. And so I would say probably a solid year. I would say of gathering resources and just writing the songs. And then also with just progression in general, I'd say probably about a solid year.
Hell yeah. Now as for like inspirations, like where do you really think you guys get your tone and your sound from? Because like a big part of you guys is like overall just music is just like big wall of sound and like great tone that's coming out of you guys' stuff. Like where did you guys really start getting that like sonic idea, basically?
I think mostly a lot of it comes from Deftones. I will rip them off as much as I can. As much as I can. I mean, at the end
And
of
that's
the
a
day,
good choice, dude.
yeah. At the end of the day, it's they have a really unique sound, even though it's duplicated now a lot. But they were the first ones, and they have that nice ethereal, very wide, and the vocals, what I think makes Red Divine so special is Fredo's voice is so different. It's not like your typical voice. I don't know how to explain it very well, but and I told him, I was like, I really love Deftones, and he's like, yeah, I like it too, but I also grew up playing a lot of heavier stuff. Like Deftones is like pretty much the most I would say on the meter, very bland for me. I typically play like deathcore, more heavier stuff. But as you get older, you realize the more complex it gets, the less of a crowd there is, the more simpler you make it. Everyone's shaking their ass, to a certain degree.
On God, dude.
You know what I mean?
Literally,
And
dude. On God.
As I gotten older, I realized that you can shake asses with 2 chords, literally.
Fuck yeah.
Repeat them over and make them.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And so that's what really drives me about Deftones is that these songs are so simple.
Yeah, and if you try to overcomplicate things, you're just gonna frustrate yourself too.
Yeah,
You're
Exactly.
gonna start sitting down in the fucking in the studio with your hands on your head, talking about, oh my God, what am I doing with my life, bro? Like,
I suck.
Yeah, exactly. So I think a lot of it's, again, we have a lot of backgrounds here, and that's what I appreciate. Fredo and I both grew up listening to a lot of we call it old school, but it's basically like 80s pop, I guess, like Madonna, Debbie Deb,
classic shit.
yeah, you know what I mean. So we grew up listening to a lot of that. So a lot of our influences come from like Boys the Men, New Kids on the
man.
Block, New Edition stuff.
yeah.
We grew up listening to from older
That's the good shit, dude.
older
That's the good
cousins,
shit.
basically.
Mhm.
Tina Marie, yeah, Tina Marie, Sade. But as we found out, Deftones also listen to Sade, Bjork, and it makes sense because you can see they have a little bit of a new wave to their stuff as well.
Yeah, it's not so like cookie cutter like
Exactly.
hardcore type or like new metal type shit. It
Ex-
has some variety to it.
Exactly, and that's why I think we took that same mentality and said, hey, we like Boys the Men or New Edition or whoever, and we like the melodies they've written, and so we try to do that in our music. Where again, don't make it too complicated, but there's a reason why those songs are bangers. You know what I mean? And grooving, yeah. At the end of the day, as long as there's a groove, the asses will follow, and that's the whole concept of this.
So I do want to touch on a little thing that you said before. Just talking about like resource management, like how long did it really take you guys to get all the gear that you've accumulated? It's a lot, and
Yeah.
it's probably pretty fucking expensive too.
We do treat Red Divine like a second job, and I'm glad we do because it shows in the gear. Basically, I would say it took us, again, for the majority of the gear, I would say probably about 3 years for the majority of the gear. But prior to that, I mean, personal stuff like guitars has been years, but I would say the very crucial and vital parts probably about 3 years because this stuff is expensive. It's not cheap. But again, when you are resourceful and you are responsible with your money, it's very doable.
Now I also see that you guys are taking taking like some shots, like my brother Marco right here, and like recording for people too, aren't you guys? Like, can you touch on a little bit on
Yeah, definitely. So we've actually Red Divine has multiple hats we wear. We've always wanted to do something similar to Audio Tree. So we have created this thing called Flies on the Wall. Yeah.
You guys will be seeing some of that with us later too.
Literally, we want to be a fly on the wall. So what that means is, we want to record bands, give back to the community, whether it's shooting live events for sound, whether it's recording local bands, but that's our way of showing thanks, to the community for listening to our music and just letting us be a part of the scene, And so that's where Marco's expertise comes in, because he has experience recording other bands where I just have experience recording Red Divine. So it's very crucial that Marco is in the band because it helps bring a different mind to the table. It's not just me. It's not just Fredo. It's another guy who has experience as well in recording other bands.
Hell yeah. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Marco?
With him bringing up how I bring a new perspective, having worked with other bands,
Likewise.
it's the same thing. Watching him work now, it's like a totally different
Creative
mindset.
process.
Yeah, like the reasons he does things is totally different from mine. It's not far off, right? But like I'm learning even just watching,
Hell yeah.
just being in the room.
Yeah, like I see the differences even just like in the way that you guys practice. Like you guys practice with in-ears and all that stuff. Like some fucking kids in a teenage band, they're just gonna fucking rock that shit in the garage. But you guys do it like pretty fucking cool, which is like one of the best ways to do it, is just stay locked in and really hear the tones that you guys are getting in, which is awesome.
I think with that, it's not how you practice. Like I love that when it sounds raw. Everyone when they practice on their own. Some of the videos that I see sometimes of them just practicing in the garage or something, I like it. Everyone's their own style, and then they're creating their own wave, or that's its own little thing. And the way we do it is it's the same thing, but we just like I guess we wanna try to move to certain other ways, I guess. But there's nothing wrong with like being just doing it like that, you know. That was back in the day, you know. I wish I could scream some like some of the other people that just screaming out loud and like a lot of people are really good.
Yeah, and
Me being an
scream at the
in-ears,
top
you
of
know,
their lungs.
yeah, so it's like no knock to them or nothing or how we're seeing ourselves differently, but everyone has their own wave and everyone sounds really
Exactly.
good on their own.
Every creative
times.
process is different.
And I think also the reason why we use the in-ears is so that everything's recorded, because the best shit comes out when you're fucking around, and you can never duplicate that again.
On God.
Thank
man.
God
On
for thank God for multi-tracking. That's honestly the biggest reason why we do this is so we can hear it back. There's so many times where him and I have been in the studio and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck did we just play? I don't fucking know, bro. And I'm like, fuck, there goes a whole good ass song gone forever in the ethos. Good luck, buddy.
Mhm.
So the whole point to run the in-ears is so we have the ability to record it and hear that shit back. And so we can at least know what the fuck we did.
Heck yeah.
You know what I mean? I might not have video footage, but at least I have audio. I'll try to pick it out as best as I can, you know?
That's why you got us.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, you guys' recording process is also really good. You know, if you listen on your guys' single that Narcan, it's really clear and it's like probably some of the best mixing that I've heard in the AV. To be honest with you.
So good.
Yeah.
Like the first time I heard that, like I heard it on someone's story, I was like, holy shit, that mix is good, like really good.
Thank you.
It like blew me away. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's called
so sick.
YouTube.
That's what you want at your recordings, man. And,
Yeah.
you know, and once you have good sounding stuff too, everybody's gonna wonder how the fuck you did it.
Yeah.
And now you got an opportunity to fucking give people resources as well.
Exactly. And that's the whole concept. That's why I mentioned the flies on the wall, is to give back to the community, because at least hopefully I speak to the rest of us. We're not about gatekeeping. I will tell you all my secrets. I don't care,
Hell
because
yeah,
at the end of the
that's
day,
what you want.
it doesn't benefit me to tell you, oh, I'm not gonna tell you how I got that, because it does no service to anybody. I either say, hey, this is how I did it. I'm just like you. I don't have the money to go to LA. You know how I did it? I watched YouTube. I watched this tutorial. I listened to the album. I did this, I did that. And I have no problem telling people how I did what I did. Because at the end of the day, it's only going to benefit people. It's getting more people in the scene. Oh, hey, if he did it with a Focusrite interface, I can do it too. That's $80 at Guitar Center. It's possible. You have to have a little bit of know-how and a little bit of perseverance, but you can do it too. You know what I mean? And that's what's important, you know?
Hell yeah. Speaking a little bit more on the like flies on the wall stuff, like what are you guys' like major plans and contributing? You know, do you guys have anything already planned for that? You know, and like what's the like team looking like for that?
So the whole idea for Flies on the Wall at the moment, so on the current agenda, we are in the process of going through with Get Well, recording an album for them, a 4-song EP.
Shout out Get Well.
Go Well. Yep.
Shout out Get Well.
Yeah, we're doing a EP for them. On June 28th. Right. We're dipping our toes into
Yeah. Yes. So if you guys don't already know, we're having a show on the 28th of June.
Shout out Josh, shout out Philip, shout out Robert.
But yeah, we got some cool stuff going on, and they're gonna be helping us. So yeah,
that'll be our first time dipping our toes into sound, live sound. But yeah, we hope to do stuff like that in the future, record bands and do live sound.
Yeah, it's gonna be a wild ride for both of us. I think we're both really just starting to get into the mindset of getting the whole team together. You know, yes, this is that we're doing this as well, so really get our hands on the whole recording experience.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's pretty sick. You know, I love to see people really contributing to the community. You know, it's really hard to go and do shit by yourself, and when you have somebody to really just not really rely on, but just more like have your back, you know, it makes you feel more safe. You know, it doesn't feel like you're running out of time when you have people that are there to help you and tell you you're not running out of time. You know, yeah, and that's another thing. What do you guys want to see out of the AV if once stuff is like contributed? You know, and if there is anything that can be contributed that you guys are already doing, like, what do you guys want to see?
Like personally, I think we can aim for starting bigger events and safer events.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I think our goal is to have events are a little more structured, and obviously with our sound, we're bringing in with us playing around with sound, we're gonna give a more professional thing, and hopefully that follows suits. Because at the end of the day, we want people to feel safe, and we want people to just be coming to shows, all ages. And I think that's the thing that the AV is kind of like it's either you're 21 over at a bar or you're a kid at a backyard show. And I think there needs to be a place where like there can be both, and it's sounding good too, And I feel like as long as the community is there, and we just need to find a spot and just kind of like work slowly towards something that can be safer and more quality type of thing. And I think it was really, because there's a lot of talent out here. There is a lot of talent. Like Midori Don't Go. I love that album. Like, oh my god. Like, I'm like, man. I'm like, oh god. I went to that last show. I a little bit cried. I'm like, man, that sucks. But I was like, dude. I'm like, there's so much talent here. I think people need to come out here more. And I feel like we can easily fill up a room if they just know, or like easily just be people know about it and get recorded about it. So I think there's a lot of talent, and we just need to bring it out more in a safer situation.
Yeah, I think the organization aspect to everything is something that can be a lot more, organized. You know what I mean? Yeah, because everybody's just throwing shows, but like everybody's just throwing shows. So like if we make it a little bit more controlled and stuff like that, but when people, especially these teenagers, man, like when rules start getting involved, people start getting angry, man. But either way, it's always good to see people contributing, especially you, man. You've been contributing super hard. And I want you to speak a little bit on that too, the whole process of recording multiple bands like that. You've done Mannequin, Rancid Ray, like you've done some really good work too, which is like very respectable, bro.
So for me, it all really, really started when I moved here to Palmdale. It was about 2 years ago now. Me and Mario, we put our money together. We bought ourselves a Scarlett 18920. So he was my first test subject, right? He was my first victim. So...
Oh no, dude.
That's crazy. No, but once that kicked off and we started getting pretty good at finding our own sound just between us, we involved his friends at high school. They were Plushkill. So I worked with Plushkill. And then because of them, I worked with Mannequin. Mannequin went to Rancid Rave. And now here we are with Flies on the Wall, working with Get Well.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Jeffrey. Yeah, shout out to Jeffrey.
It's awesome to have people like that. It's you guys are not just like people in bands anymore. You guys are pillars of the community. People that are, if you want to be recorded, hit them up type shit. You know what I mean? Or I think all you guys just need is just advertising, just good advertising, and you guys will be fucking on top of it, bro. Wait, would you like to say anything?
Yeah. Through Marco's, like, because he's a producer. At heart, he's a producer in music. I believe. I don't know. I don't want to speak for him, but I believe he's a musician and a producer, and just a lover of music and all. And that helped me personally as a drummer. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have a producer at home, someone to record me, and for someone to help me practice with the BPM and how to be a musician.
Hell yeah.
Because recording, that's a whole nother story.
That shit's hard, dude.
Whole nother
that shit's
story.
hard.
And you practice and practice and practice your instrument to as much as you can. But then once you step your toes into a little recording music, that's like, oh.
That's when you get humbled, man.
Yeah. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been at the level that I am now.
Hell yeah, yeah. There's so much that is coming into play once you start getting in that recording, There's mic placement and fucking gain levels on everything, drum bleed or fucking everything. Quite literally everything. And it's, it's always great to have somebody that can be your mentor or even just fucking record you, dude, because that shit is fucking hard and it's expensive too. It's really, really, really expensive. That's why I appreciate what you guys are doing so much too, because it's like you're giving it an accessibility that other people just can't give you. You know what I mean? Because it's too expensive, man, and they're putting so much money and time and all this stuff, and they could be using it on somebody fucking else a lot bigger. But that's the best part, is that, you know, we're doing it for the fucking community type shit, you know. So it doesn't really fucking matter how big you are, dude, as long as you have all the stuff and you have your ideas done, and you can fucking do it, you know.
But it's hard to do it on your own.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
really
it's-
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think now might be a good time to move on to the Instagram questions. Yeah, so let's read some off real fast, okay? All right, I'm not gonna read the out of pocket ones, but because there's some out of pocket ones, but let's see. I'll start with the good ones first, and then the goofy ones later. So let's see. I got one from Mr. Sister Harakiri, aka Mr. Robert from Get Well, and he has a question saying, "How long has Red Divine been a band?"
I want to say, like, I guess just our friendship. I guess. I mean, he's always been like, "You want to join a band?" Or he sneak me Deftones. He'll sneak me Dance Gavin Dance, and I'll be singing him. Like, "Hey, bro, you ready? You want to play a band?" And I'm like, "Nah." But then we ended up making a band. So 2019, right? 2019, maybe a little. 2020, 2019, yeah. First thing recorded was 2020, 2020, and then I think the Red Divine you see right now happened like 7 months ago. Everything just changed. Everything's.
The current lineup.
I think for me, like, our stuff got rewritten, and I think, like I said, I'm kind of like slower at this, so I think it just clicked in my head, and everything got revamped. And he started rolling, the wheels started rolling, and I think it was just a whole different dynamic after that, you know.
That's what's up, man.
And I think it was just one song in particular. It's on our what we're gonna release. But after that song, it kind of clicked for me how to do stuff. And I'm like, okay. After that, it's like, okay, now this one, now this one, now this one, and then let's go back to that song. And then it's like it just got revamped.
Fuck
Everything
yeah.
got a facelift.
Hell yeah, man. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, so 2020. So yeah,
2020, yeah. And then from the same guy, Mr. Robert, he asked, "Do you have any advice for anyone that wants to be involved in music?" And I think we can ask all of you guys for that one. Just go one by one type shit.
I think it's gonna depend on like what you're willing to do, you know, because like I said, me and Chris, we learned from YouTube. And do you want to watch that video? Do you want to learn these steps? And you know, it's basically what you want to do. It's gonna be your effort, but you can easily be like just writing rhymes or just being a friend of a person in the band, helping them out. And I think you just learn in time, because from what I've been seeing in like people we had in our bands, people can just put you in the spot like, hey, want to play bass? They play bass, and they get good at it.
And they're being goated as hell.
And then yeah, they get a bass, they play the bass, and then what I like about this community is not that much judgmental. If you can be bad, but you can still be. Everyone loves you still, and that's what we like. Because we were at that first show, and we were like not the best, but there was so much love. Everyone gave so much love, and when I say not the best, it's just like you're not there yet for what you want to be. And anyone has that experience. Every year or every time you make something new, you look back at it and you're just becoming better,
Yeah.
just by experience.
Yeah, it's what's up.
Regardless of you wanting it or not, you're gonna end up being better. So just be a part of it. Just have the drive if you want to do it, and don't quit if you don't want to quit. You know, and have fun with it. Because if you're not having fun, then what's the point?
Yeah, you don't want to drain yourself either, man.
Yeah. I think just to add just a little bit, just be about it. You know what I mean? If you really want to get music, make it your passion. Make it something that you care about. Because how do you say it? In general in life, if something's worth it, it doesn't come easy. It's, you know, if you want to have $1 million, it doesn't happen overnight. You have to really stick at it and persevere and learn your stuff. You know, take the time to learn it and make it your passion. I'm not saying live, breathe, eat it, but damn near as much as you physically can. And I think that's what really separates you and gets you really into becoming a musician. And that
Yeah,
opens up the doors
You
for a
gotta
lot
be
of things.
fucking obsessed with it. I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna lie,
yeah,
man.
yeah. You
To
look,
be
you
a
have
real musician, you gotta really be
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, and opens up so many doors because it teaches you discipline, teaches you perseverance, teaches you just to consume knowledge and apply it and be applicable to things. You know what I mean?
You know, music is like learning a language too. You know,
Yes.
it literally makes you smarter.
Yeah,
It
I
makes you
mean,
fucking smarter.
you basically you convey your emotions through the music, and
Mhm.
it's so cool to see somebody pick up on that. Like, oh, I can feel this guy was sad when he wrote the song. It makes me feel sad, or when I'm sad, I listen to his music and it makes me feel better. That's such a cool emotion to share that with
yeah.
somebody, and you only really get that when you really are passionate about your music. And again, write for yourself. Don't write to be cool.
Hell yeah.
Don't write to be heard. Write for yourself, because this is your chance to throw your hat in the bucket. This is me. This is how I write. This is how I feel. And hopefully it resonates with people. And that's what you aim for, is that you're not doing it for the accolades. You're doing it for yourself, and you're having fun, like Fredo said. At the end of the day, if it's not fun, ain't nobody want to do it,
Oh God.
you know? But if it's fun and you're writing for yourself, there's no harm, no foul at the end of the day, you know?
Hell yeah. Let's pass it over to Marco.
I mean, basically what how they said it. I think if you don't have the love for the music, you won't be able to last. Because unfortunately, while we do love the music and everything behind it, there are bad times. There are times where it's rough.
Yeah. Every artist has starved. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Go on, say something, my boy. You've been
Sorry.
quiet all time. Yo, you've been quiet all day, my boy.
No, basically what they said, you know, everything's correct. I mean, the best I can say is love your instrument, love what you're doing, you know, love your music, love your people that you're with. You know, it's important that you love who you're with, you know, that you love who you're working with. Because if you're working with people you don't like, what's the point of doing it, you know? You're not going to love it. And then hop on Craigslist too, you know?
I'm
Someone
God,
on
bro.
there.
Dude, I'm
works.
gonna fucking start. I'm gonna start
Hey.
advertising Craigslist like a motherfucker now.
Blow it up, bro. Because band mix doesn't work.
So, I got like 2 points. One, I do agree with Sordo, is like, if you're going in a band, you have to like the people you're playing. It has such an enormous part of being a musician and making the music too. Like, sometimes you have an idea and someone disagrees with it, then you fight over it, and it just becomes something that neither party wants.
Gotta be able to meet
You
in the
know,
middle.
Yeah, you gotta compromise and just have fun with the people you're making music with. That and just, I have a problem with overthinking, and when I want to do something, I haven't even started it yet. But I'm like, oh, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? Oh my God, wait, but I can't do it because of this and this and this. Just start it. Start it. Don't think about anything. Well, prepare, right? There's nothing wrong with preparing, but don't overdo it. If you don't start it, nothing's gonna happen.
It's that leap of faith, yo.
Nothing. Marco and I started recording on our own, made our own stuff. We had no idea where that was going with. We had no expectations. We just started it, and that led to him recording other bands, other people recognizing him. People recognized me, and I got into other bands, and here we are with Red Divine. If you
Fuck
don't
yeah.
start something, it's never gonna happen.
Hell yeah, and you know, I have a little thing to say about that too. Like, music is such it's such a confusing and fucking hard thing to get into when you do get into it. And having friends to be able to just instruct you, or at least like give you the baby steps, that's enough sometimes, really. Like, and you know, to be able to have a good chemistry with a band is everything. It's everything. Yeah, and if you don't, you know, who knows how long you guys are going to be together for? You know, everybody has to have their say, you know, and you guys all have to be good on it, you know? All right, now let's move on to another thing. So I got from noodletrash.xx. What's the best thing about being in a band?
You got it? Or-
I didn't know you were talking about that.
That's fine. We'll go like.
Fight!
You're cool. No. It's alright. It's fine.
In general, just in a band.
I'd say the support.
Hell yeah.
You don't have to do everything on your own, and there's a lot of things that you have to do in music, in the musician world, that if you do it on your own, there's so much pressure and weight
It's fucking hard.
that with a band, you give a part to each, and it's less weight for everyone, and everyone's having fun, and that's when it becomes a job, but also something you enjoy. All that pressure would weigh you down.
Yeah,
and you
it
can't make
will
it
kill
look
you
bad.
too. You know, that shit is fucking. You know, I've lived that life before, and it's not easy being able to do everything by yourself, let alone performing by yourself too. That's the most nerve wracking part of it all. You know, it's always good to have somebody that you can, you know, again, like I said before, have your back that can really just be there for you, not even just like musically, but also like emotionally too. You know, you gotta have your homies, bro, and that's the best part about being in the band is the community aspect of all that shit.
Sure.
All right, Mr. Sordo, what is your opinion on this question?
No, I'm sorry. It's something very important to us. You know, it's like every Friday after practice. You know, at nighttime we always eat in and out.
That's
So
right.
It's probably one of my
It's the
favorite
traditions.
parts. No, but for real, it's the making stuff together. You know, the art of everyone putting their own input and making their own into everything, and then seeing how that idea turned into a whole song and a whole thing. And once you go perform it live, and you're like, wow, that's the best part of being in a band for me. Is like everyone created a part of this and made it into something big. You know. But also the in-out was amazing. Every Friday after practice, did I beg every single one of these guys?
We'll get a 4x4 and everything.
Alright, wait for this guy to come up.
So while companionship is a huge thing, and I agree, I think that's probably my favorite thing, but also it's printing your music. It's you have evidence that your emotion, your soul exists.
That's just gonna stay on the internet forever too, unless you delete it. But
Well, but yeah, I mean, it's like Sordo said, putting everyone's influence and flavor into one thing, and then it's official. It's out there.
yeah,
It can be
okay.
heard.
I really like that.
For me, for the band, what I like about it is that it's an escape a little bit. I get in there, I have a job to do, and it's to write with these guys. And it's like you don't expect what you're doing, especially for me since I'm doing the lyrics. These are all like personal stuff, you know, and it's just how to convey it and how to put it on there. It's more than just, for me, it's like it's more than an escape. 'Cause I'm printing it. I'm printing all of my. So this is my diary a little bit.
Putting that shit on paper,
It's,
man.
it's on there, you know. Some of the lyrics I say, it's like just experiences I've done, what's happened to me, and it's just like it's crazy to see. And like you said, like I capitalize on us growing as a band, and it's like when I surprise myself sometimes when we do some things, because some of our songs were written like minutes, third time done, freestyling. And it's just when you're rocking with all pistons going, you're going, and you look back at it, I'm like, that's what I like. That's like
That stream
and
of
that's
consciousness.
That's what he said. That's like I'm not feeling it, and that's why it's a lot of our stuff just is raw. You know, it's just like we're going in, they're playing, they're gonna keep looping it. We gotta lay it down until we get something, and it's just like for me, it's just like it's an escape, and it takes like I don't know, it just relieves pressure for me, and it's a good escape for me. And I love making music, and I wouldn't be here, you know. It's just like I don't know why, it's just natural for me to make music, and with these guys it's way easier. And I think with us, at least what we try to do for Red Divine when we tell the members and stuff is like everyone has to take feedback, you know, and it's good for that, because say someone's stuck, you can help them out, and no one has that weird interaction, you know. So it's like, hey, we do it really fast, and that's why everyone works so well because we let that be known and like right in the
It's hard
front.
to be stubborn in a band.
Yeah, exactly. Because at the end of the day, this is all personal stuff. You know, it's all like what I wrote. These are little babies. You know, and it's like at least we make it constructive. As long as you're being constructive, we're not saying knock ideas down, but we just gotta change it up and make it to feel good. But at the end of the day, that making that song is just like for me, it's just like wow. It's like, and then you're hearing that song all day, all night. For
Hell
the
yeah,
past,
dude!
we
You almost
burn
get
out-
tired of it,
I
dude.
burn out my song.
I know
right?
exactly
burn
what
out
it's
the
like,
songs,
dude. You just keep fucking hearing that shit.
Yeah, I'm like,
especially when you're
dude.
about to go to sleep too. Just close your
Yeah.
eyes and listen to it all, and it's like
Yeah.
the best shit ever,
Yeah,
dude.
me, I have a drive home, so I have a drive home and like an hour, like an hour and 20 minutes home.
Oh yeah, you live
So
like in
I'm-
Roseman, don't you?
I'm living in Cal City.
Oh fuck, that's even
So
crazy.
yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, you know. So I'm like, those are the things you gotta do to get me to be dedicated, you know. But you know, I just like, oh my god, like it's just like you be like ear to ear, like when you make that new song, and it's just like, man, it's like that's the things I live for is for those moments, and it would be done like. Those are long shots, but like still, like it's been happening, and we're blessed that it's happened so many times that everyone's working on the same pace and everyone's cool. So
Yeah, man. You know, I
that's
always,
what I live for, though. That's why I love bands, and that's why it's expression
Hell
and
yeah.
everything.
yeah, I always like to think about it as like, you know, I just climbed this fucking mountain, dude. Now I'm at the top, and I'm looking at everything, and I'm just like, dude, I'm up here now. What the fuck? Now I gotta go back down. And that's the cool shit about making music is you get to see what you're doing, and you know, it's testing your intellect as well, seeing what you can do with either very little or a lot, and you know, it's respect. It's respect, but especially when you know you got another person going and be like, "Yo, man, I fucking love that song, man. Like, oh, I listen to that song every night before I go to sleep." You know, like that's some of the fucking greatest feelings in the world is when you have someone that genuinely fucks with what you're doing, man. Or if you know, I think another thing is like getting a fucking message from a random person on the internet too, or just being like, dude, where do you guys play live? Like, that is honestly like euphoric in my opinion. I could never get enough of something like that. That shit's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I have to add is that playing in a band, it gives you a chance to leave a legacy, leave something behind, leave a mark. You know what I mean? I think that's exactly what you said. Just getting a random message from somebody saying, dude, I love your fucking music. It's so fucking cool. Like, you're some random ass person. I don't know you.
Yeah.
You don't know me, but you dig what the fuck I'm doing. And that's so cool to hear that, you know, because you usually hear that from family, and whether they're being nice or not,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
they're there
yeah.
to support you. But to have a random human being just reach out and say, I fuck with this, that's fucking
Yeah,
cool.
man. That's
know? It's very, like I said, it's very euphoric. It's
some
very
of the best shit in
uplifting.
the
It's validating, hella validating.
Hell
you know,
yeah.
it lets you know that, hey, at least what I'm putting out in the world, someone fucking likes it. And it's cool.
best part about it too is when they come out to watch you guys play live.
Exactly.
And they tell
exactly.
you all this shit while you're there in
Yeah.
front of them. And like, dude, give me a hug right now, bro.
Yeah.
Hug me right now,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, 100%. 100%. I agree.
All right, I think we can move on from from this question and then go into something else. So we got one from Mannequin.fm, and they're asking, where did the name Red Divine come from? Red Devin. Where'd that come
Red Devin. I think basically it's very simple. I actually just made Red Divine myself. Basically, red's my favorite color, and then divine is for my faith, I would say. Not necessarily any religious base, but just my faith in general. I just figured divine sounded cool. That was a cool way to allude to that. Again, we're not a religious band or anything, but that was just my way of, you know, instead of being
Buddhist
like,
band.
yeah, just respect, you know, in general, you know, red sounds cool. And I was like, divine. I was like, all right, that sounds kind of cool too, you know, and that's always my nod. And I showed it to Fredo. He goes, yeah, bro. He's like, you know, that sounds cool. And yeah.
I love that. Yeah, dude. Fucking, I also got random my band name, so
Yeah.
it's like a little thing for us to both,
Yep.
like, a little lightning to your head, lightning to mine, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because we're both Aries, and you know Aries are red. Well, I assume they're red because we're angry. We're angry people supposedly, and so that's kind of why I chose red too, because it's my favorite color, but also because we're Aries and whatnot. But yeah,
Yeah. Also, like when he told me the name, it's like it's basically what our sound is. You know, it's our favorite. It's something we love. It's red. You know, and it's like our sound. You know, it's just like whoa. It's just like big. It's huge. It's like it's just a huge sound, and that's what we're trying to go for. You know, it's like very like engulfing, and that's what we're trying to go for. And I told them I was okay with the name just because it's not a. Sometimes it is the name, but it's not always about the name. It's about what you make it. You know, something can be worthless until you make it what it is.
Okay.
You know, so and with us, with our names, everything we do is very like on the spot. Don't think about it too much. The name of the song, boom, done within 2 tries. Boom, this is done because it's off naturally. What is it about? We ask what it's about, and then boom, there's the name, and then let's move on. Make music.
Hell yeah. You know, this is kind of a related question alongside that too by figure underscore Oa. And it's if you had to change your name to a different color, what would it be?
Color?
Green Divine, dude.
A different color?
Blue Divine.
We kind of make a joke, so we say it very often. But we call ourselves Red Devin because typically it when you spell divine, it usually autocorrects to basically Devin. And we joke around, we say we're Purple Devin or Green Devin, but I think we've joked around and said it'd be purple, right? Purple Divine
Purple Divine,
or
dude.
Sexy Time, you know? So
I mean, we for sure call you like we always say like the Devin the divine is usually what everyone gets messed up on, and that's we play off that. We love that, so we call each other Devins. So that's basically everyone like, "What's up, Devin? What's up, Devin?" And then that's what we kind of. If people want to be fans, they can be Devins too. You know, that's why it's
The Devins,
yeah,
dude.
be a Devin.
The
Be a-
Dev
be a-
heads,
be a-
dude.
yeah, be a dev head or Devin or whatever. So, yeah, that's what we like to. It's playful, you know. We're playful, so it's we roll with the. We like what's happening with that stuff.
Hell yeah. Okay. So we're gonna move on to some of the little funkier questions now. Okay. They get a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
Oh, what's up, Pepper Jack?
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That was asked by Kill Yourself Kane. By the way, he asked that. He was like, "What kind of cheese do you guys fuck with?" That's a real question. That was a real question. Somebody actually asked that, by the way.
Pepper jack cheese.
Pepper jack
I think
is
everyone
goated,
likes
dude.
pepper jack cheese.
Don't even give him.
He doesn't like cheese, dude. He's lactose, dude.
I like cheese. I don't know. I like cheese, but I'm not like no. What's that word where you're like yeah, connoisseur.
Oh, you can see it on him, dude. He loves cheese, dude. Look at him.
You know, you can't go wrong with mozzarella. You know?
Fair enough, bro.
You can't go wrong with
So it's all about fucking queso Oaxaca, dude. Queso Oaxaca, dude. Hell yeah. Pepper jack is goated, dude.
I would say it's in my household a lot. I don't know what it's made out of. Queso fresco.
I fucking hate
Ooh,
queso fresco, dude.
You hate it?
I don't like queso fresco, dude. You guys
Oh,
can hate on me
man.
in the comments, bro. Go ahead.
What? You like that?
Fresco's good.
Yeah. It's because I put it on beans, put it on anything. You can make a quesadilla with it. Or go. I mean, I just like queso. I can eat it like. That's the only cheese I can eat. Like cut it and eat it. You know, apart from mozzarella, but I love that stuff. You know, but it's like iconic in my household. So it's like, yeah.
Team Oaxaca for sure. Team
Oaxaca,
Oaxaca
hell
for
yeah,
sure, dude. Put that on tortillas.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Make it turn into quesarito.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Nah,
for
bro,
sure.
I'm about to turn to left field. It's all about Parmesan, bro. It's all about Parmesan, bro. Hell yeah. Last question. Okay, and it's from our buddy Ken. Username is Interworld, and is what can we expect within the year? Yeah, well, what are you guys having? You know, content wise.
We got a lot planned for the year. Not by choice, but because of today's attention span, we have to release music single by single. But we hopefully to release the whole EP in a single version. However, if we get enough support, we'll definitely be down to throw the whole EP out in general sooner. So basically, you can expect a 12-song EP, potentially 13-song EP.
Fuck yeah.
So either A, that's gonna be 13 singles, or we'll do the EP.
Crazy. Or you could put a little EP out and just put in like 3 songs. In
Yeah,
or something
you know,
like that. Test the waters, bro.
Yeah, that the whole Flies on the Wall, getting that pushed out as well. So just getting back to community for that.
Shout out Desmadre show.
Yeah, Desmadre show. June 28th.
June 28th, and you guys also have a show going on in right before skate day as well.
Right
no?
before skate day. Yeah.
You guys gonna be doing Flies on the Wall for that one too?
Yes, exactly.
All right,
So
sweet. Yeah.
we'll be wearing 2 hats, flip it around.
Fuck
That'd be
yeah,
cool.
dude. Now you're talking to Red Devin,
Yeah,
dude.
Red Devin.
Yeah.
My alter ego comes out now, Chiss instead of Chris. Yeah, I would say just the album, more merch. For skate day, we're doing custom skateboards, Red Divine on them, to give out to the crowd.
Fuck yeah.
Also, we'll do like a best trick. We'll get a full board from us.
Hell
Wheels,
yeah, man.
trucks,
I'll be there.
everything.
Definitely be there.
You know what I
Fucking
mean?
filming and everything.
Just again, give back to the community.
Yeah, and where's this plan?
At the yard.
Yeah, shout out the yard. We love
shout
you,
out the yard.
Adrian. We love you. You helped out the
Yeah.
community so much.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna. It's the pre-save is right there on our page right now for the new one coming out. It's gonna be on the 21st. So
You guys also have like
our new
music
sing- our new
videos, too,
sing-
you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out. Ronny.
hey, not
AV
the,
Indie,
and the man
AV
behind the
AV
camera
AV
too.
Indie, yeah.
Hey, we love you,
Yeah.
Juan, bro. You're putting
Yeah.
in so much work.
Yeah, there you go. For sure, putting work.
Flip the camera over. Say hi. We love you, Juan. Woo! Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's.
so
I'm looking forward to that as well.
yeah, so that one's coming out. And hopefully we just hopefully keep doing that. But the biggest thing is gonna be June 20th for us at least. We got a couple boards. We're trying to get back to the community and control sound. Hopefully that can be the little test thing we're talking about making everything more safer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's great, man. You have our backs and we have yours, man.
Mhm.
So, we'll always be there to help you. You know.
Yeah.
Any plans for the end of the year for you, my man?
We're gonna have more bands to record.
More bands to
More
Hell yeah.
bands to record.
Hell yeah.
More audio by Flies on the Wall.
Flies on the Wall. Fuck yeah. I'm excited. I'm really excited for that. And I'm excited for our collaboration as well. Hopefully you guys will see more of us working together. You'll probably see him in some videos, like in the background, or even hosting, bro. Who knows, bro? Shit. Yeah. Sort of.
I mean, super excited for Flies on the Wall. I mean, the whole audio tree idea. That Flies on the Wall idea of recording bands live, getting their natural one take from them would be sick.
Fuck yeah.
That's what hopefully a direction we take with that too, and dropping more music. Dropping music for sure.
Especially.
Getting the name out there more advertisement, and getting somewhere more.
Fuck yeah. Dude.
Never-
Yeah. Taking those steps,
Yeah.
man. Taking those steps.
putting 30% more to your 100%. Which is super important.
What do we expect, or what do we?
Yeah. What
have
do you want by
for
the end, or
year?
what's gonna happen by the end of this year? Well, hopefully.
Well, we have more things coming, but we can't spill the beans.
Ooh.
So, yeah, we got a lot of exciting shows and things going on. So,
Hell yeah. Yeah. So now, do you guys have any words for the people? Do you have any words of advice? Anything you just want to say to the camera? People are going to be hearing you. So now's your time to shine. Throw a baseball style at him, dude. Overhand that shit,
Yeah.
man.
I guess the obvious thing that Red Divine doesn't do is advertise, right? We don't really do that. We rather be word of mouth and have all the opportunities we get is word of mouth, and that's something we want to strive for, because I feel like we want to be a part of the community, for everyone to come and be a part of it as well, just to join the collective and everything like that. So we hope this video can go out to everyone who wants to hear it, and then we don't try to advertise it, because at the end of the day we just try to be there, and try to hopefully people can hear it, people can see it,
Fuck yeah.
so
Yeah, well,
And hopefully
There
you
it
guys
was,
come out.
man.
Hopefully
Yeah,
you come
there
out,
it
yeah.
was, man. So it was a pleasure. You know, we love you guys at Red Divine over here in Flies on the Wall. You know, like I said, I'm very excited on a collaboration right here in June. And hopefully we can, you know, make something really big out of this. You guys are really great. You guys are fucking phenomenal performers. And, you know, we'd love to have you again in a reunion or anything like that, too. Yeah, basically, last thing I want to say is, you know, if you're a kid out there and you want to start your band, pick up that fucking guitar, make some friends, man. Get on a drum set, do whatever the fuck you want, dude. This world is only so fast, you know, and also so fucking slow either, too, dude.
Yeah.
Get up and do something, you know. You can't make your dreams happen if you're not actively working for it. So yeah, do that shit, man. Thank you for tuning in with us at the AV Indie Collective, and this has been our live session with Red Divine. Woo! Hell yeah! Hell yeah,
Be a
dude!
drummer, you'll be famous.
Hell yeah! Well,
Everyone needs you.
we're signing out, dude.
What's up, everyone?
Peace.
Thank you again for having us. Thank you, Indy, Red Divine, Red Devin, whatever you choose. It's our newest upcoming single. She's not you. She'll do for now. Yeah, I can't see what I'm saying. Yeah, I can't see.
Let's start packing. It's raining. I felt some drizzling.